Why do you sound like that?
Because I was pissed off.
Why are you pissed off?
Because I pissed her off.
Oh, okay. You know it's gonna be okay, right? She just was bawling her eyes out. Good morning, my loves. Welcome back to today's vlog. Let me just tell you something. Today's vlog is gonna be wild, especially because I feel like yesterday I posted a video saying that I was pregnant as a prank, and it was a prank. I'm not pregnant. That idea came to me not only because I wanted to prank my fiance, but maybe the thought process of pregnancy has been on my mind for like a month now because dun 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 dun, my sister's pregnant. Is that not crazy? I don't even know how to process this information. Okay, so let me explain. I am so freaking excited. I'm gonna be a fucking aunt. I'm gonna be the coolest aunt. I'm gonna be the baddest bitch aunt. I'm gonna be such a busy aunt. I'm just gonna be the aunt.
But like, aren't you the only aunt? For the
I mean,
kid?
technically the cousins are considered aunts.
Oh.
So Dan's gonna be uncle.
What am I?
You're an uncle.
I'm an uncle too.
Yeah, you're an uncle.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Huh.
You're gonna be an uncle. So the type of aunt that I love how this video is about my sister being pregnant with another human being, and I'm like, so anyways, me. So my sister's pregnant. I've been keeping this secret in for so freaking long. I have been waiting to tell you guys. My sister finally gave me the go. She says, I've hit my second trimester. Everyone knows about it already, so you can tell anyone that your heart desires. And I was like,
Yes.
because for the past month, I have been browsing baby clothes. I have been browsing baby gifts. I have been browsing baby furniture. You would think that I'm the one that's having a baby. I've been thinking about names. Nobody asked, but I was, you know, hoping to like kind of give them a list of like pre-approved names. I'm just kidding. I wasn't really involved in anyone's pregnancy before in my entire life. Like, I don't have friends that were pregnant. I wasn't, yeah.
Pregnancy only takes 2 people.
So I need to tell you guys how I found out that my sister was pregnant, because I think it is one of the strangest ways to find out that your sibling is pregnant, because my mom and I completely ruined it. I think that my sister was saving up like this whole surprise. I think she was saving up like she's gonna call every single person and give them the news personally. But one day, a couple months ago.
Oh my gosh.
So this was a couple months ago before my mom had her brief trip back to Georgia, right? So she's here, and literally it was all of us. It was me, my mom, and Dan was there, and my fiance was there too. And so we're FaceTiming my sister. We're just casually eating lunch, and this is the first time. Now I'm just gonna put this in perspective. I have done like 30-hour fast with my sister for church. Like, they have something called like the 30-hour, I forget, it's called a program. It's like 30 something hours where you don't eat anything, because there's someone in the Bible who did that, I believe.
I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, I'm not a very religious person. Anyways, so we used to do these like 30-hour fast, and even afterwards, everyone would go to the local McDonald's because it was right close to the church, and I would get fucking everything. I'd be like, I want a 20-piece chicken McNuggets.
I want 2 large fries, I want a McFlurry, I want A, B, C, and D, I want 3 Big Macs.
2 hours later.
It was like a whole mukbang setup, and my sister would just be like, I guess I'll just get like a filet of fish. She just was never someone who was like as avidly obsessed with food that I was. But this one day, we're casually FaceTiming my sister. My mom and I are eating something, and my sister cannot even listen to what we are saying because she is literally shoveling food into her face.
What was she eating?
That day she had mapo tofu chipotle, and I think she was,
What?
yeah, she was ordering like chips to come Postmate to her, like, and it was only like 3 o'clock in Georgia, by the way. Oh, and then she had asked my dad to go pick up some pho for her.
What?
Yeah, she
That's alarming.
Yeah, she was eating literally just everything, and she was so distracted with eating that she couldn't even pay attention to us. Like, we were FaceTiming, and I would just see the screen point to the ceiling, and I would just hear
Munch, 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 munch.
and we're just like, oh my gosh, like, what is happening? Like, did you starve for like a week? Like, this is weird. And so my mom jokingly goes,
Oh my gosh, you're eating so weird. Like, are you pregnant or something?
and then me and my mom start cracking up because we're like, oh my god, she is eating weird. And then my sister drops her fork, her Chipotle fork, and she just stares at us in the camera. And we're like, what? And she's like, and we're like, what? And she's like, so yesterday,
Oh
I took
my god,
and
just like that?
No, and then this is the crazy anything because we had just made that joke. And she goes, so yesterday I took a pregnancy test and it was positive, right? My mom and I are like, and then we're just like laughing and continuing to eat too, right? And she's like, no, really? And we're like, and she's like, I don't know why you guys don't believe me. And then we're like, and then she's like, no, seriously, why don't you believe me? And we were like, like we did not believe her. And then she was like, no, yesterday I was so hungry. And I was like 3 days late on my period. And so I took a pregnancy test and it came out positive and I didn't believe it. So then I took another pregnancy test and it came out positive. And then she's like, do you want to see? And so my mom and I are like, and then she walks to her bathroom and there's 2 positive pregnancy tests.
Oh my god.
Just sitting on her freaking counter. We were so shocked, but it was like this shocked mixed with disbelief. And so it took a couple weeks for us to really soak it in that she's super preggers. It was a trip. It's been a trip. I'm not even the one that's pregnant. I don't even live close to my sister, but every time I call her, I go on a trip. Please let me know if you guys were ever pregnant or if you had siblings who were pregnant and they went through these exact symptoms, because it's so interesting to see from an outside perspective, which I know sounds so forked up, but I've never been pregnant before. So to see someone actually going through it, and when you only just see in TVs and like hear these symptoms and like hear moms talk about it after they've already had their kid, it just sounds like something people say, like you get nauseous, morning sickness, right? But to actually see it happening to someone I'm so close with is so weird.
She's miserable.
Yeah, she's pretty miserable. Like so happy, but it's so miserable and it's very confusing. We also had a little bit of a fiasco. My sister wasn't really necessarily planning on getting pregnant, but she also wasn't not planning on getting pregnant, if that makes any sense.
No.
So she like wasn't actively like following her ovulation and stuff, which is what you do when you're trying to get pregnant, like you're trying to see which days are the best. But she also wasn't like trying to be like, oh no, simple health beats, you know? So she was just kind of in the middle. She was like, hopefully naturally it just happens, and if it does, that'd be amazing, but she's not trying to stress about it. I mean, she's almost 30, so she's like old enough to have babies. Thing is though, my sister has always wanted a daughter, and we just didn't know if she was gonna have a daughter because you have to wait 13 weeks, right? So we were just constantly waiting for that doctor's appointment, and she was so scared. Like everyone, like all of her friends were like, you know, you should send the results to your sister or to your mom, and then they should like send you and like Andrew a little gender popper reveal thing, and you could do it in your backyard, just you guys, like maybe it could even be like a you get it, right? So she was like, okay, like maybe I'll do that. I don't know, I'm just so nervous. She almost didn't want to even do that because she felt like if they popped it into the air and it was blue, she would be sad, and that would be not a great experience for her fiance because he'd be like, why are you so freaking sad, bitch?
Why does she want a girl so bad?
It's because my parents brainwashed her.
The theory is that boys will always leave you and start their own family. Girls will always still call you. Or like you might even live with your girls' families. Does that make sense? Like you're more involved in your
That's
daughter's
really weird,
life.
because I thought most Asians want boys.
No.
Not my parents. They think that it's just better for parents to have the stereotype of someone who will stick around longer. They feel like boys just kind of like marry and then now their wife is in charge, or like they're just like, I'm a man, I don't need my parents, you know? Which, I mean, I feel like you guys also proved it too, because we are closer to our parents and you and Andrew are closer to y'all's parents. So I think
So
maybe
for
that's
those
why.
reasons, your
Yeah.
sister really wants a girl.
Yeah, it just feels like it's less heartache than to like constantly call your son and then they just don't pick up.
Okay, so your whole family wants a girl.
Yeah, so my parents brainwashed us at a young age that girls are better. So she really, really wanted a daughter. Now here's the crazy thing. She wakes up one day, pregnant as can be, and she freaks out because she had a dream that she had a son. Like literally her dream was she had a son and she didn't know what to do because everyone was like, oh, I know you wanted a daughter. Like all of her friends were like, oh, I knew you wanted a daughter, but you know what, you're gonna be okay. And she was like, I obviously don't want to look sad because that's forked up because this is my baby, but then also I am a little sad because I really wanted a daughter. And then like she knows at the end of the day that baby's gonna pop out and that baby's gonna be like the center of her life and her dream and her entire world, right? Regardless of gender, but she just kind of wanted a daughter. And so she has this dream and she's like, what do I do, guys? Now a week later, I have a dream, and I don't know if it's influenced because I kept thinking about the gender of my sister's kid, and my sister kept talking about like, oh no, like what do I do, right? And so I have this really strange dream where I go to my sister's house in Georgia and we bring suitcases. Now her house was massive in my dream and we lost the room. It was like a castle, and she's like, we're gonna go climb
clubbing. And I was like,
what? And she's like, no, it's like a thing. Like my friends say, instead of a baby shower, you're supposed to go clubbing. And I'm like,
What?
and I remember being
What?
like, that's so strange. And then in my dream, like it didn't make sense, but it was like,
It kind of made sense.
and so I'm like, okay, I guess so. And then I'm like, okay, well, I need to go change into my clubbing clothes. And I'm like, wow, I don't know where our room is. And I'm like looking and looking and looking, and I can't find the guest room. And finally, I make it back to my sister's room, and I'm like, I can't find our room. And she's like,
Oh, that's no big deal. It happens sometimes.
and I'm just like, okay, anyways. So like, I think like the amount of time it's gonna take me to go find my room, I'm gonna be late for clubbing. I don't know why. She's like, okay, just go into my closet and grab a dress, right? So I walk into her closet, and there's like this, you know how sometimes you have a walk-in closet and there's like this little stand in the middle where you put your jewelry and stuff, and there was just stacks of dresses there. So I approached
Wow,
that
she's living
stack.
it up in the dream,
Yeah,
huh?
in the dream. And so then I'm like walking into this billion-dollar mansion closet, and I see this like center console, right? And all of the dresses were like different shades of blue.
See, here's the thing though. They're all dresses. So you thought the blue means it's a boy,
And
but
then-
it was all dresses.
But then I also remember thinking in my head, I don't know if this has anything to do with it. Why can't it be like pink or black? Because I love those colors. And so because I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, I wanted pink. I wanted to have a daughter, which by the way, I don't believe in like colors associated with genders or anything like that. And I also don't think it matters really, but you get it. Like it's just like ingrained in society, like pink
Pink is like for a little baby girl.
which is ironic because my entire family thought that I was gonna be a boy. For some reason, they didn't want to find out the gender of me. So I grew up with all blue blankets and blue toys
Blue
for a
looks
really
good
long
on you.
time. They said that my grandparents were the saddest.
Like what? Like crying?
Yeah.
And then like later on, I turned like 10, and then my grandparents were like, you know, we were really sad when you weren't a boy, but now we're fine with it. And I was like, what?
Aw,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you so much. So I grew up with blue stuff, so I'm not saying it has to be, but you get it. That was a weird disclaimer with a weird backstory. Yeah, so I thought because the pink, I wanted her to have a daughter because she wanted to have a daughter. And then all I saw was blue. I wake up, I tell my mom this dream, and my mom knows that my dreams are kind of strange.
I'm not saying.
My dreams tell the future, but I'm just saying there have been so many cases where I'll dream something and then something just very creepy happens that is very similar to the dream in some like tiny form, and my mom starts freaking out and she's like, oh no, 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 don't ever tell your sister this dream, right? And so I was like, okay. So I don't tell my sister the dream, and then the gender reveal happened. The doctor called my ass and told me the gender, and my sister has told everyone, all of her friends, all of her family first, so I'm not breaking the news to anyone, but she's having a baby girl.
Can you like say it normally?
She's having a baby girl.
I think they should name it Karen.
I think that you're gonna get punched in the face by a pregnant woman.
No, it's just unique. Like you say, nobody's gonna be named Karen anymore, so.
I think Karen is a beautiful name. I just feel like there's so much stigma around it these days though. Yeah, so she's having a baby girl.
Everyone's
Way too happy.
My family was happy, my sister's happy, Andrew was happy. He kind of wanted a boy. And so like when my sister was telling us about the dream, he was kind of like, you know, smiling in the FaceTime like, you know. So he's been really cute too. They said that they've been reading books about parenting. Oh, also, I went through a very awkward phase because my sister knows that I'm not very fond of babies. Okay, let me backtrack.
I love babies.
I love kids.
Uh-huh.
I just don't know, like I'm very awkward around them.
I don't know. I just like don't know.
And then like I don't know what to do when like I don't know what to do. I also like don't want to get in trouble for anything, so like I don't like holding people's babies. Like they're like, hold my baby, that's so cute, and then I'm holding the baby and I'm like thinking of 25 things that can go wrong. I drop the baby, someone pumps into me, bumps on the baby, but I'm the one holding the baby, so it's my fault. There's so many things that can happen. It's just too much pressure. Not with your precious child, okay? I'm not holding your baby. What was I saying? And so yeah, no, her first sonogram, she sent me the picture, and the first sonogram,
They kind of look like beans.
they don't really look like a baby, but she was like, isn't it so pretty? And then me and my mom were like, who's gonna tell her?
who's gonna tell her it looks like a Google image? Like,
She's like, no, I think that she's gonna have like really big eyes. And then we're like, who's gonna tell her that sonogram just looks like some waves in the ocean? We were just both like, yeah, no.
I see it.
But the second sonogram she sent me, it had fingers, it had a forehead. Yeah.
How was the forehead?
It had an ear. The forehead was popping a little bit, but the doctors say it's supposed to look like that.
What about the ears?
The ear was a little big. And I told my sister. Now my sister's fiance has really big ears. And then like we talked about it and I was like, I feel like that's rude if like you make fun of his ears in front of us. Like I don't feel comfortable with that. But he genuinely like is very happy with his ears, right? But my sister is like, they're gonna have Andrew's ears. But I was like, you know, that's good because Andrew's a really good listener.
So Chinese, we call it 招风耳.
I have a
招风耳.
saying for big ears.
Yeah, it's like a specific type of ear. It's like when the wind blows by, it blocks by the ear.
I can't laugh at that. No, I'm not gonna laugh. Stop making eye contact with me. Stop laughing about the Chinese saying. I'm not gonna laugh.
Okay, that's fine.
So yeah, we saw the second sonogram, and also they said it looked like she was like spazzing out in there, right? And Andrew, instead of asking the doctor like, is the baby okay? Like that's a lot of movement. He goes, why is she spazzing out? And then the doctor was like, she's just really busy right now. She's growing. So at 16 weeks into your pregnancy, the baby's eyes move.
Okay.
Their ears are close to reaching their final position. Your baby's skin is getting thicker. Your baby's limb movements are becoming coordinated and can be detected during ultrasound exams. However, they're still too slight to be felt by you. Your baby now might be more than 4.5 inches. Oh my god, next week?
She's gonna make some toenails.
That's crazy. I don't even know how she does it. Just like casually makes a baby like that. Crazy stuff. She is suffering a little bit. The baby is not just an easy breezy process right now. Every time, like I said, anytime I talk to my sister, it's been a full trip, okay? The other day, I was talking to my sister. I sent her pictures of Mango. Now, I would say that our family collectively shares 4 dogs. So my sister has 2. We've got our longtime family dog, Coco the Cokester. That's what I call her because sometimes when she was younger, she seemed like she was on coke. She's 13 years old or something like that. She's like 12 years old. And she is the family favorite. Then we have Bobo, her Frenchie, and then we've got 2 Frenchies, Mango and Tiger. Now, on my sister's list of beloved dogs, Mango is not even the last one. She's like -10. She hates Mango. She thinks Mango's too sassy, Mango's too mean, Mango's too aggressive, Mango's just too much. Mango stands up to Bobo, and Bobo's very scared of Mango, so my sister is very protective over her dog. Anyways, she hates Mango. So then, normally when Mango's sick, like my sister is sad for me. So my sister's sad that I'm sad, but she's not necessarily like, what do I do? Like, your dog. But this time, I told her Mango's sick, and my sister just starts bawling her eyes out. And I sent her a picture of Mango and her like skin stuff, and she starts bawling even harder. And she's like, what do we do? Like, what do we do? And I'm just like, what do you mean, what do we do? Like, why are you, she's like, it's gonna be okay, Stephanie. Like, you know it's gonna be okay, right? She just was bawling her eyes out. And then after she heard the news, the next week, I gave her another update over FaceTime. She starts crying again.
So pregnancy makes you hella emotional?
Yeah.
Scary.
And then like I know people are gonna be nitpicky about this, and I try not to say things like this, but I remember that something happened and I had to go. It was like a comical catastrophe, right? And I was on the phone with my sister, and my sister was like, oh my god, like you gotta go clean all that up. And I was like, yeah, I know, I'm gonna go die now, because it was like real stinky, right? And it was just supposed to be like a comical saying of like, I'm gonna go die now because I'm gonna like, it's gonna be just really difficult. I try not to say things like this, but I let it slip and I said, I'm gonna go die now, but like very comically, right? And she starts bawling. And I was like, I don't, and then she's like, you can't die. And I was like, I'm
just going to clean up like some scabbing and some poop.
and she's like, you can't, don't ever say that again. And I'm like, what? She's just so emotional, and it's usually the opposite. Usually
Yeah.
I'm the one that's constantly crying, and everyone in the family is like, okay, it's okay, she's like the baby, like it's fine, just ignore her. And then like the other day, she's like, Andrew, go get me my vitamins. He brings her vitamins. She eats a vitamin on FaceTime. I see her consume this vitamin. 10 minutes later, she's like, Andrew, where are my vitamins? And he's like,
You just ate your vitamin.
I'm sure if you've been pregnant, you know this, but she says anything you have to remember, she like remembers it, but anything that's very routine, like you forget routines, oddly. Filling out paperwork, let's say, right? You do it all correctly, but when it's like something like leaving your coffee, not leaving your coffee before work, like you just keep forgetting it nonstop. It's odd. It's really odd. I'm really excited to be an aunt. I think her expected delivery is in January, so it's not gonna be 2020.
January, what animal is she?
He meant Chinese Zodiac. What is she? So that's before the new year.
She gonna be a cow.
Don't tell her that.
Oh, I mean, I guess you can say ox.
What's good about an ox?
Maybe like stubborn.
Honey, I said what's good.
Oh, sorry. They're quiet, a lot of respect and moral compass. They work hard. They don't like to like other people's help.
That's kind of like my sister.
Yes.
This literally sounds just like my sister.
Very, they have a very good logical brain. Yeah, anyways, it just sounds like your sister.
So it's just gonna be a mini sister.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
A good thing? No? I mean, I don't know, because imagine the kid has my personality, like
My sister would be so annoying.
so my sister's gonna have an ox. Okay, what if it pushes into February?
Wait, when is her delivery?
Like late January, she
Late
said.
January? Okay, hold on. Oh, that changes everything. Listen, if the kid was born before February 12th, that means instead of ox, she gonna be a rat.
Why? What's a rat? He
If-
just farted.
if-
Duck.
Okay, rats, they are very good with adapting to new environments. They're very happy and very popular among others. I mean, can she hold it? They're very sharp. They're happy. They're very detail oriented. They're very
Rat
strong.
sounds good. Wow, she gonna have a rat. I'm gonna call her right now and tell her. Hi, where's my sister?
Right here.
Why do you sound like that?
Because I was pissed off.
Why are you pissed off?
Because I pissed her off.
Oh, okay. I just vlogged about you being pregnant and me being an aunt, and we just found out that your daughter's gonna be a rat in the Chinese Zodiac.
Oh no.
No, it's good. Listen, listen.
So they're happy. They're popular.
Happy, popular.
They're very good with adapting into different environments. Yeah, they're very positive.
Okay, we need that in our lives.
Yeah.
Hey, Cindy.
He
Cindy,
says
if you can hold it till February 12th, it's gonna be an ox.
Oh, February 12th, I cannot hold.
Why can't you hold to February 12th?
Wait, what's the exact date? Do you know?
It is January, I want to say 27th.
You can't hold 2 more weeks?
I think next week your baby's gonna start making a foot.
No, it already has foot.
Oh, what is it making
Toenail.
next? Oh, it's gonna make toenails next week.
It has feet, hands and feet already. I saw her little finger.
She said her little fingers. Okay, guys. Also, my sister has never been like the most obsessed with babies. Like, she wasn't like born and was like, I was born to be a mom. But the other day, she was like, I think it's cute when babies cry. Oh, okay. So also, can I just explain something?
No.
He said, no, hold on. Do you want to know why we know this clip? It's because when I was looking at my sister's baby, like baby clothes for my sister's baby, right? I'm like browsing, and I see all these cute little babies, and I'm like, oh my gosh, do I have baby fever? Like, do I want a baby all of a sudden? This is weird, right? And he was like, do you want a baby? And then we were like, let's think about it long and hard. And then we YouTubed baby crying noises, and we lasted a full 20 seconds. And we were like, we'll wait. So she's having a daughter. And I'm gonna be an aunt, and now I need your help to help me be a good aunt because I know nothing. So I was thinking about getting my sister a baby stroller, like a really cool looking baby stroller, and I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. And so for some reason, my mom was like, oh, should we get like her a car seat too? Because like those are really important. She might even use a car seat more than she uses a baby stroller. And so I was like, isn't it just the same thing? Like, don't you somehow put the
Like the stroller, you detach it from the little thingy and then you just put it into the...
That's what I thought.
Yeah, turns out, no.
We're idiotas.
So I need your help helping me become a better aunt because I don't know where to get cute baby clothes. I really want to get like cute little onesies. I want to get a onesie that says my aunt's the bet. I'm just kidding. Oh my god, imagine a onesie with Biss on it. Imagine a onesie with Biss on it.
You guys start selling baby merch?
Imagine a onesie that says
Stop looking at my baby.
done.
That's cool.
It's real aggressive, but it's cool.
Oh, my sister actually needed help with maternity clothes for work that are comfortable but affordable. Because obviously you don't want to just like use it and then, you know, when you don't need it anymore, you can't wear it. It's not something you can wear for years. I just need help. I don't know anything. I think it's kind of crazy that like you just wake up like me one day and then the next day you wake up and you might be pregnant and suddenly the world expects you to be an amazing mom. So I'm like, how do they do it? How can you have a driver's license test but not a
baby raising test.
It's true. Who teaches you these
Yeah,
things?
but then like also I feel like if I was the one that was pregnant, I'd be so overwhelmed with the just plethora of books and audio books.
And podcasts and YouTube videos and Google searches, and everyone's got a different opinion on how to be pregnant.
I would just be like so overwhelmed. So if there's like something that I can listen to be a good aunt, let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it's so weird. I feel like I'm announcing this pregnancy as if it's my freaking pregnancy. I feel like I'm so excited about it, but it's like the best of both worlds. I can enjoy this baby, you know, and you'd be like, oh no, God, you know? And then when it cries, I can also be like,
Alright, so I'm gonna go back to LA.
I'm just kidding. So I'm just really excited for my sister. So let me know in the comments all of the tips and how to make a better pregnancy for a family member. Like, is there something we can do? Let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.